everybody, and welcome to another surprise Let's Play, walkthrough, guide, whatever the heck you like to call them these days. This is Brandon the Random Gamer, and if you couldn't already tell by my PlayStation 3 theme, I'll just wait a second. Today's game will be Final Fantasy X, and we ain't talking about the PlayStation 2 version, people. I'm talking about the HD remaster that just came out today. I'm rocking my Tidus icon right over here. And we will be doing a 100% run of the game. I'm not only talking about trophies here, which if you want that platinum, then this is the guide for you. But like with all my playthroughs, guys, I like to showcase everything in the game to the point where you can consider it a completionist run, so to speak. So even stuff to like maxing out your stats will eventually be in this playthrough, but just at the very end parts of the playthrough anyways. And of course, I'm no stranger to the Final Fantasy series as well, but the one we're taking on today, 10, is actually one of my favorites. In just one sec, I'm gonna get rid of these notifications. Alright, I'm back, guys, and sorry about that. I just don't want random people, like, sending me invites to Call of Duty while I'm playing this game. And I don't even own the game. Stop sending me COD invites, people, please. I respect that you like the game, but I personally don't. Anyways, Final Fantasy X, as I mentioned before. Okay, personal opinion time. It's coming. I'm going to offend people here with this. But in my opinion, it is my favorite Final Fantasy, tied with Final Fantasy IX for the original PlayStation. I mean, I just love those games. Oh, look at here. We got the menu. We can, wow, you can already select all the bonus content if you wanted to. But you know what? Let's just skip right to the game. I'll save that for another time. But yeah, like I was saying, Final Fantasy X and 9 are my personal favorite entries in the series. Which one I like better tends to change depending on the day, time, and mood. Like, one day I could like Final Fantasy X the best, the other day, Final Fantasy IX. But I really love and enjoy the series. At this current time of recording, I've played 1 through 13. I haven't actually played the most recent games, which is the sequel to 13, and the most recent Lightning Returns, along with A Realm Reborn. I haven't touched those, but eventually I probably will get to them. Anyways, Final Fantasy X was one of the first games I was introduced in the PS2 era, along with Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Kingdom Hearts. I can go on and on and on. Ironically enough, those are also HD collections today, which I also recommend highly picking up if you own a PlayStation 3. Truly awesome games, but I'll focus on them on a later date. Here we got Final Fantasy X, and I'm just going to briefly skip this cutscene right here. And wow, this is amazing already. I'm too used to seeing the play online and the Earl on the top of the screen. And I haven't even started the game, and I'm already impressed by the HD. Oh, and here's already the big game changer. I have played Final Fantasy X to the point where I know it like the back of my ass, but I've never played with the expert sphere grid just because I've never touched the international version. I'm North American, in case you didn't know. This is actually one of the awesome additions to this HD collection, at least for the North American players, because we never got a chance to experience some of the new content that was in the international version. It had some exclusive stuff like bosses, I think a few extra cutscenes as well. Just so this isn't a completely blind playthrough, guys, I'm going to stick with the normal version, because I know that version pretty much by heart. But I'll definitely outline the differences between those two modes in a later part. But especially to any newbies in the series, I highly recommend choosing the first one. And keep in mind, you can max out all your stats using both. Thanks for a friend for telling me that. But it is, as the name implies, expert is harder to do it in because there's less nodes. For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll explain in a later part. And man, am I just stunned by these new visuals. Like, wow. For those who don't know, Final Fantasy X was released in, I believe, late 2001 for us North Americans. Of course, Japan got early, like in July or something. In Europe, it was released later in, like, springtime-ish, around April or May. But you guys got the international version, so it was freaking worth the wait. But alas, no more discrimination thanks to this HD collection. Huzzah! But in all seriousness, guys, Final Fantasy X is one of my favorite games of all time. It really does hold a special place in my heart. We all have that kind of game, I think. but I really grew up with Final Fantasy X. I put in so many hours into this thing. Like, spoiler alert for this commentary right now, you're pretty much gonna hear me gushing out for this game because I love every aspect of it. To the story, the music, the characters, the gameplay. Oh my gosh, it's just terrific. To the point where I actually did something a little bit crazy with this game. I ordered both the limited edition and the collector's edition of this remaster. But that's how hardcore I am with this game.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
And he isn't kidding, folks. This is truly one epic tale. Something you probably wouldn't tell in a coffee shop, but hey. Anyways, onward to Final Fantasy X! Huzzah! And actually, the music you're hearing right now in the opening cutscene is arguably one of the most iconic tracks in Final Fantasy history. It is truly an awesome track to set the mood. Like, once you hear that thing once, it never leaves your head. Final Fantasy X just has a terrific score. I mean, I know pretty much every piece of music in this game. It sticks in my head for the longest periods of time. Something exclusive to this HD collection is they actually redid a lot of the music in this game. At least in 10 anyways, not 10-2. Now, a lot of people are 50-50 on that. Like, some people love the new remastered soundtrack, and some people hate it. For me personally, I spoiled it ahead of time just due to curiosity. And in my personal opinion, I would say about actually 75% of the new tracks I actually like better than the original. However, there are a few tracks in the game where I feel that they kind of went overboard with. And I'll outline those tracks, but there's nothing in this game that makes me like, oh my gosh, my ears are bleeding, you know? It's just, it's not as good as the original version in terms of some music selections. But I still love the music in this game. Like, take this track for example. It's an awesome remix of the original Final Fantasy theme. And look at these freaking graphics. Oh my gosh, Zanarkand never looked better. That's all I'm saying. And here we have control of our main character. And ooh, let's talk to these chicks.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Now, like with previous Final Fantasies, you now have the option of changing the main character's name. However, there's something really big regarding this I have to mention. Keep in mind, this was the very first Final Fantasy to have voice acting, so you'll actually never hear the characters, at least not vocally, refer to Tidus' name.
Nothing to worry about.
Oh snap, he be ballin'!
Oh, if I score a goal,
We have a threesome.
I'll, do this.
I'll cut the
That
cheese.
would mean it was for you, okay?
Wait, which one though?
Seat.
He's blocking the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
I'll make sure to avoid that area. So let's talk to some people. It's very wise to always talk to other random NPCs, because they sometimes give you something. Oh, we have an option here. And, you're not my type, lady, I'm sorry.
Thank you for the autograph!
Your friend, however, might have a better shot at the Tidus train. A chugga chugga.
I've been a big fan of yours from the very beginning.
Oh god, help me.
I won't let you down.
The shy and insecure type. Away! Nah, I'm just kidding. I used to be like that too. Every fan base needs one.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Like a boss!
Great as ever. Thanks.
Yeah, we're cheering for you.
Now let's talk to this mysterious and out-of-place kid.
Game tonight. It's very important.
Now, anyone recognize that voice? It's kinda hard not to if you had a childhood like mine, but I'll get onto that later.
Are you gonna show us that shot tonight?
I don't know. Maybe.
You should do it for us.
Freaking fangirls. Think they can control me in every movement that I do?
Jet shot. I'll be waiting.
Oh, is that the one where I take off my shirt and start twerking?
Can you sign this?
No prob.
Please?
Alrighty.
Me too.
Shut up!
Take it easy.
You know, you just gotta love hand scribbling. It's the best way to give your autograph or signature since 2001.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3.
Where was the one?
He just had a blitz.
No!
Hey, I got a game to play.
And also ladies, if you know what I mean.
Teach us after.
Maybe tonight? Well,
camp tonight.
Yeah, dude, Breaking Bad is on tonight.
I mean, tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
But you know what they say, you shouldn't keep promises you can't keep, Tidus. Am I foreshadowing? Maybe. No, I promise this is for the majority will be a spoiler-free walkthrough. Granted, I've already played the game, so I already know what to expect, but I shall do my best to not spoil anything for you. On the subject of Tidus, though, he has a very interesting character design, to say the least. He kind of looks like what would happen if Meg Ryan and Ellen DeGeneres had a baby. Like, look at that blonde hair and that baby face. Underhoy, Jack Sparrow! Actually, that is Jet, the man the woman was talking about before. And no, that's not really a spoiler, because we're gonna get a lovely biography of him right now.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jet, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jet all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jet Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jet's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
Same here, man. And I love the theme, the music that's playing right now. This is actually Tidus's theme. It's like the perfect music for when you get out of bed or rise up early in the morning. It's just so relaxing and soothing. There's so many tracks in this game that have that kind of atmosphere and feeling. I love it. Anyways, I remember that there was some NPC that gives you something for talking to them. I don't remember which person it was. I'm trying to find them really quickly. But while I try to find said individual, I'll just gush more about the graphics. I know I'm going to say it a lot, but man, is this a step up from the PS2 version. Like, I even played the PlayStation 2 version a week ago. I just got on my old save file just to look at a few locations so I can make comparisons. And man, does it look great. Anyways, let's talk to the... Oh, yes, okay. So you have to promise her seat tickets, and she'll give you potions. Awesome. I knew that. I remember there was someone that gives you something. And I will try to showcase everything regarding free items, both from NPCs and from the various locations of treasure chests that, trust me, we'll encounter a lot during this game.
Make way, make way!
Oh no, the fan club!
Coming through, sorry.
Hands off my crotch!
Hey, I'm gonna be late.
Excusez-moi.
Hey, let go of me.
We're almost there! Yeah! Suck it, fan club! You'll never receive the glory that I do by being my fans. So now we're going to be introduced to the very first CG cutscene in the game. And let me just say, it blowed my mind back in the day. It still looks pretty freaking awesome today. What am I talking about? Yes, but like in the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies, they include certain clips of CGI in between now and then. We also get to see what kind of sport that Tidus plays. And let me just say, it's pretty freaking badass as well. They call it Blitzball. Now, Blitzball is pretty much football or soccer underwater. It's pretty epic. The only question I have is how do the players manage to hold their breath for so freaking long? Oh my gosh, and the music. Got some punk rock music to fit the mood right here. Oh, and now here we're going to be introduced to the... Okay, let's hands down say it. He's the most badass Final Fantasy character. Hands freaking down. Get out of here, Vincent fans. I'm joking. In my personal opinion, he is the most badass character. And what's this? It looks like he's attracting or drawing in some rare form of Jello. A blue tidal wave. And ooh! Talk about foul! Blitzball is a bit more aggressive than you would think, despite it being underwater. Ooh, got them moves. The fans are going nuts. Oh, whoa! No foul on that one. I love his little Backstreet Boys, you know, kind of pose. And yes, I know Backstreet Boys are no longer relevant, but back in my time they were. And around this game they still were anyways. But yeah, back to the game. What the heck is going on? Big ass tsunami right here. And back to the game. Such a great montage of sports and destruction at the same time. What could you ask for more? Now Tidus is actually the captain or the head of his team, the Zanarkand, or couldn't you tell already? Like, look at this flying freaking kick over here. Show off. Oh, but the Jello don't like no show offs. So decides to do its freaking shoop the whoop on us. And the whole freaking city. Just when everything was going so well. I had my fans. I had the career. I had the scholarship. Went to Blitz school for 5 years. And no, Tidus, don't let it go. Despite what Frozen says, do not let it go. It's a trap. No. And boom. Dynamite. Man, this is all Frozen's fault. You just can't trust advice like that. Oh, and I see they added a little bit of a loading screen to the HD remaster. That's kind of cool, I guess. It's better than looking like a black or white screen of death. Ooh, how did the Tidus manage to survive that without any back pain or stomach pain since he landed on the front? So let's make like everyone else and boot it. Oh dang, can I actually go back to that camera? I can't. I wanted to get like a high close-up shot of Tidus's new model.
Auron! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
So yes, that is Auron, peoples. Pretty much the Chuck Norris and badass of this game. And in my opinion, the whole series, like I mentioned before. But yes, evacuate, evacuate. Can't stop until you ejaculate. What? Oh my gosh. And what are you doing, Tidus? Run, Tidus, run. Oh, we got this freaking kid again. Thinks he has so much swag with his freaking hoodie jacket. Oh god. Matrix stuff right here. And oh great, he created a time paradox. We're screwed.
Don't cry.
And I should be saying the same to you, little kid. At least I'm a big boy now. Get out of here, son. Now, despite that kid having very short and random lines, I might add, I can immediately recognize the voice actor.
What the?
For those who don't know, it's actually a woman who plays that voice.
Hey, wait!
Her name is, I think, Debbie Derryberry, but her most notable role, or I think iconic role, is Jimmy Neutron.
Not this way.
Look.
She also voiced Coco in the Crash Bandicoot series. Oh, what's wrong, Tidus? It can't be that bad. Why do you got your oh my gosh face working on you? Huh. Oh, I just jumped to CGI right here, and oh no, the ball of Jello's turned into this ball of destruction.
Sin.
Sin?
Yeah, and we ain't talking about the math kind, buddy. Well, that actually might be a blessing and a curse at the same time. And now, if you couldn't tell, we're actually approaching our very first fight. And I guess somewhat mini boss fight, I guess you can say. And oh my gosh, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Unfortunately, it's not very good. Oh gosh, look at all these pods. Bugs. Ew, gross, kill it. Yes, Tidus, slap them. Slap the crap out of them. Shoo them away till they fall away. Well, you tried, Tidus.
Take it.
Ooh, shiny. Time to kick some ass. Oh yeah. If Tidus knows how to use it.
From Jet.
My old man?
Ooh. Yeah. You don't like that now, huh? Go make some guacamole. And he done goofed. Well, you tried.
I hope you know how to use it.
Yeah, buddy. I really like the fact that Tidus, our main protagonist, he isn't so, let's say, warrior savvy.
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
Awesome, now we're finally into the game. Wow, the menus, I can already say, look so much better. Oh, we got some items right here. Oh, okay, let's just jump on this guy. Oh, yeah! Smack that all on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that. Come on, Auron. Yeah! Oh my gosh, everything looks just so much better. Okay, so let's just blaze on ahead right now. Like with the beginning of every Final Fantasy, at this point in time, it's just getting used to the commands. It's pretty straightforward.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Now, right there, you can choose to listen to Auron, but actually, this could potentially be your first grinding spot. I kid you not. So what you have to do is take out these front guys right here. Dang it. No. Okay, give me that one. Alright. So you take out the first two in front. Leave one in the front just so you can't move on ahead. And now attack from the back. And I'll show you what I mean right now. Oh, yeah. Because even though you can't get any, let's say, level ups or any experience, you can start charging overdrive modes. And you know, you could just keep wailing on the guys in the back and no one will ever attack you. As long as you don't attack the guy in front, you can keep doing this forever and you can grind like the overdrive modes for both Auron and Tidus, which are like Warrior, a Slayer as well, and even like some of the other ones like Daredevil or Healer if you wanted to use the potions already. So yeah, that's just a really good starting spot to grind if you wanted to. And I'm too lazy to edit, so I don't really want to do that right now. So I believe we're coming across our first mini boss fight, I guess you can say. And I'll just say this, once you take out the fiends, the boss cannot kill you at all. In fact, the only way to get a game over is literally to like kill yourself. So if that doesn't make you feel more confident, I don't know what will. So now we're going to be introduced to the overdrives, as I was talking before. And basically, once a character gets damaged, their overdrive will fill up. However, that's only one of the modes, like I was talking about before.
Get out of my town!
Some can't wait to die.
Oh yeah, don't mess with Auron. So yeah, overdrives are pretty much this powerful move you can unleash on an enemy. Similar to like limit breaks from Final Fantasy 7 or 8. So Auron right here, to activate his, you just have to do a small little quick time event and boom boom pow. Yeah! Oh yeah, we having a fiesta now. I love just the visual effects of overdrives. They're really nice stuff. Oh, we actually have some equipment here. Let's equip it, even though I don't even know if it raises our defense. But it looks stylish, so, you know. Anyways, the main objective for this mini-boss is just to keep wailing away at him. Like I said before, unless you kill yourself, you can't die. Like that spell that the tentacle just casted is called Demi. And basically all it does is it like takes a quarter of your health. But even if it constantly sprays it, it still can't land the final blow because it can only take out a quarter. Then again, though, later in the game it does become more of an annoyance for enemies that actually do have other attacks. But since that's the only spell it can cast, it makes it a pushover. If you do want to get the Daredevil overdrive mode, this is also a good place to grind for it since you get it by fighting enemies with low health. And now I'm going to show you Tidus' overdrive, which is called Spiral Cut. It's pretty freaking awesome. All you have to do to activate it is land it right in the middle, press X at a certain time. It's pretty easy now, but when it comes to his later overdrives, the timing will become way, way harder. And I'll show Power Break. It lowers an enemy's strength, but we don't really need it for this freaking tentacle. He's pretty much a pushover. So in case you haven't noticed already, Final Fantasy X goes back to its classic roots in terms of main gameplay style. What I'm referring to is how in the earlier Final Fantasies it was also more turn-based, and the 4 to 9 was more active time battle. In the sense, time would still keep moving on as you were fighting. So, for example, if I went to go take a washroom break, I would still be getting my ass kicked. However, in this game, you can take your time and plan your strategy accordingly. And I find it's pretty awesome. You know, some people don't like turn-based battle, but it's still awesome in my book. Hasn't aged one bit. I don't care what the haters say, okay? And like that, we're done with our first boss battle, or mini boss battle, whatevs. Oh, and now we see our first ability to save. So yeah, make sure you don't play this when you're busy, because the opportunities to save could be far and wide. Oh, okay, here's something that kind of a little sucks about it. We have to go to the menu to save. Like, it may be just nostalgia talking, but I kind of liked seeing the save screen and seeing each portrait of the character below. But I'll get over it. It's just something I'm used to, as I said before. Like, these new loading screens are pretty cool, for example.
What are you laughing at, old man? Auron, let's get out of here.
We're expected.
Huh?
Derp, herp.
Give me a break, man.
Oh, I love Tidus. His character personality is similar to Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. Maybe that's another reason why I like this game so much. However, just think of Tidus like Zidane, however, less sneaky and less streetwise. And he loves sports. That's basically the main differences between Tidus and Zidane. Okay, so the objective here, at first anyways, is just to wail away. But you see that machine over there, or a piece of debris. Eventually, we have to hit it a certain amount of times in order to progress. And oh, you gotta be careful when the wings start to flicker, because that means it's about to do an attack that does double damage. Right now, you don't really have to worry about it as long as you don't stay in this battle for too long. Like, unlike the other locations, I do not recommend grinding for the overdrive modes here, because this time you cannot run away from the boss. I mean, fight. Or boss, fight, whatever, take your pick, same difference.
This could be bad.
You think, Auron?
That. Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
I love Tidus' reaction to that. He's like, what? I'm on the phone right now. Anyways, yeah, at this point, I recommend wailing away. However, I'm going to take out a few enemies to start grinding for the Slayer and Warrior overdrive modes. Ooh, nice touch, Tidus. But yes, Tidus is actually the quickest character in your party that you have in the game. At least towards the beginning, before you start, you know, leveling up and doing other stuff and whatnot. Auron is your heavy kind of character. He's the brute. You know, he's strong, but he's pretty slow. So he also sucks at dodging enemy attacks. But that doesn't matter, because he's a badass anyway. Don't you dare freaking mess with Auron, boy. Alright, so let's finish this off. That's a funny thing, I'm not gonna lie though, about turn-based battle games. You know, did you see Auron just stand in place while he took that hit? It's like, oh, don't worry, I'll stand still for you. Okay, I believe one more hit should do it, so just screw these guys. And banzai! Oh, we got an explosion like a firework. Cause baby, you're a reflection. Oh! And it looks like that thing's about to go timber. You know, we ain't playing no freaking Jenka. And I love how Tidus is like covering away from the wind, and Auron just stands there in place like, dude, just come on, deal with it. Yes, buddy, let's continue this massacre of Zanarkand. Okay, now we got some platforming sections. You gotta press X at the right moment. Nah, I'm just kidding. And jump! Ah, no. Oh, no. Tidus, whatever you do, don't do it again.
Auron!
Like, screw Frozen, man. Don't follow it.
Auron!
And I love how Auron's giving him the bro, do you even lift kind of look. Like, you can't pull yourself up, you lazy bum. Oh my gosh, we got some more of the world stuff going right here. The entrance to the anus is opening up. Run! What? You're communicating with the anus? How trippy. And yes, Tidus, you do lift. Thank God.
This is it.
Oh, what is it now? No, I don't want to do it yet. I'm too young, man. Auron. What? No, please. No, we're getting sucked in. This is some trippy stuff, man.
It all begins here.
Well, Auron is certainly right there, because this is the end of part 1. And oh my gosh, extreme close-up. Okay, but that'll be it for part 1, guys. Hope you're enjoying it so far. In part 2, we'll find out where the heck Tidus is going and what kind of acid trip he's on, like, seriously. But until then, laters.